Hello, peeps, and hello, peppers. Here's my first attempt to make a quirky headgear per week. Um, this was a gorgeous week of reading a lot about fossils again. Uh, yes, also in the animal kingdom, headgear sort of sends out a message who you are. Yes, I'm definitely this quirky Kermit the Frog personality. Yeah, actually, my favorite Muppet is Kermit the Frog because, like, he always goes like, woo! And of course, then I love Oscar the Grouch because, yeah, because he loves trash. He loves giving value to things that other people throw away. And like actually one of these like useless facts of life that I read when I read about Sesame Street was that Oscar was banished from being adapted to German Sesame Street because the German parents protested the idea that you could tell the children that cleaning up is possibly not so important. Um, yeah, okay, yeah, that's an idea about the social climate that I grew up in. So, moment of silence for that social climate, because as you might have figured out from the last couple of YouTube videos, I'm having my own way of organizing my apartment. Yes, I had a kind of a hate love to this Instagram video where someone uh, made fun of the fact that people show their apartments and how they are organized due to some spiritual movement or disability. Um, because, let's say, people who make fun of this, I personally think they don't understand the need behind this. So, of course, not everybody and their dog has to understand all of my needs, but I'm making YouTube videos specifically to communicate about uh, special needs and also how to use them in creative ways and how to establish a communication about them because, like, they won't make themselves disappear no matter how hard I mask, but we rather have to work around them and like for instance, if I'm meeting new people or also if I'm kind of making plans to meet new people, somewhere that little voice is always saying, okay, what is the most important thing that I need to convey to those people? um, like for instance, I usually need a stick or a walker. And then it snowed again, and the walker dragged the snow into a social center that I'm attending to. And in the past, that has been a source of conflict because the people understandably don't want to wipe the floors all the time. But then again, I have the same right to take space like other people. So actually, more recently, this past week, I just agreed with someone to park the walker on an absorbent carpet by the door. And then some other people said, "Don't you need the walker?" And then I said, "No, okay, then I just have to temporarily just stretch my belly muscles because that means I'm walking more upright." Um, Again, I am in a condition that I can actually do that. And the people had a good laugh with me. So they said, okay, now you're doing bodybuilding. And uh, we had a good laugh about this bodybuilding, about like learning to feel my body in different ways. because like as a child, I like on old photos, you see always that the feet were twisted, spine was twisted, and so forth. Um, but I could walk without sticks, and like at some point they even hampered my balance. And as I may have pointed out with Ferdy the walker, quite often the body adjusts its entire posture, and the inner organs also adjust to that body posture when you use whatever walking equipment. So I would not go out on the street without walking equipment. Um, Even though I also had this one hilarious situation when I was like feeling really well, I forgot the stick at a bus stop. And then I had to go back all the way to that bus stop to find the stick again, and it even was still there. I don't know if that would work in today's social climate, but not so many years ago it did. And yeah, when I'm leaving the house, I will always have some sort of walking equipment. When it's a context where people want to go with me relatively quickly somewhere, they have also expressed, wouldn't it be smarter to um, take the wheelchair? And as long as we're communicating clearly about this, and like a solution like this absorbent carpet uh, are found together, this is wonderful. When people then go like, now we have to do something because of the walker, then I just kind of don't think that's nice. And I also emphasize to people that it's like important to communicate about uh, where can we meet in the middle. So last week was a lot about meeting in the middle with people, also about saying no to people with who I can't meet in the middle, because they just have expectations that I can't and won't cater for anymore. Um, but I also found ways of the middle with people that made me really glad. And the book writing is really flowing because now, let's say, some good friends are helping me more to structure. Some writing companions give me like more ideas because they have similar interests. And like I learn so much from the exchange with people, and I'm grateful for that. Like even though that may not seem spectacular in a YouTube video, because no one who doesn't know me would understand the whole context, but I'm so glad that like now that my friends see the process, my friends actually take the time to send me huge messages what has developed well or not so well. And um, I am feeling good with the people who appreciate me as that fuzzy Kermit the Frog person, and who still want to push me gently into a water where they would think, okay, this might go better in the future. I'm also like watching way too many tarot reading videos because, like, let's say I clicked on one of those 2 weeks ago, and then YouTube thinks I want them all the time. And let's say some of them give me a lot and some of them don't. Um, because, as always, let's say as a child, I kind of did a lot of this, what I call it, Icelandic reef, like tearing myself down for, like, because my horoscope said the wrong things about my sign and so on. So today I kind of listen to a lot of tarot readings, as long as they are like somewhat conclusive, like, I mean, or like, okay, conclusive is not the word, as long as they follow some sort of logic, and as long as they have cards that I'm also artistically interested in, I will fancy looking at the cards. Other than that, I kind of just enjoy hearing the babbling, and like, I filter out some theme that is interesting to me. Like, let's say my favorite points this week were someone saw a post office, which actually made me go to the post office and seek a really good communication with people who I know who work in the surrounding of this post office. And my other favorite thing was a card with a, like, to me that was obviously a liger, like a lion tiger hybrid, who was cuddling with a princess. So yes, I am searching for connection, and like, also for connection with this idea that I sometimes feel like an exotic animal that is a product of two worlds. Um, so yeah, let me know if you would be interested in me reading some cards. Like, I only have one deck, and it's like a very feminist tattoo, I say. Yeah, it looks a little bit like very colorful tattoos, what I have on my cards there. I don't have tattoos, by the way, because people have wondered that. So, and I kind of only say very general things that people want to think about, because let's say, even though those tarot people often say, okay, spirit is saying this and spirit is saying that, I also have teared myself a lot, torn myself down a lot over, like, seeing very concrete things as a teenager that didn't pan out this way. So let's say, please, if you are interested in somewhat esoterical things, wonderful, but try to not take it literal. Try to take something positive home for it, where you can what you can actually actively change. I had a very good time in the neighborhood of the post office. Um, but I won't expect any green car with a 5 on the license plate or something like that anytime soon. I wish you a great day where you can find things that really interest you and that work for you. Bye bye.